why does your business exist?
First of all, the name of my business is Owning My Greatness. For all those out there who think OMG means, oh my God, you are far from correct. It is owning my greatness. And why does it exist? In a nutshell, at some point in my life, I didn't know who I was, and I didn't know that I was great. I didn't know who I was. I didn't know how I was showing up the way I was showing up. I created it because I just come from a very dark place of my life as a stepmother. So Owning My Greatness was created for predominantly stepmothers when I started. I didn't have anybody to guide me through the process as a stepmother when I started my journey, right? I had gone through quite a lot, and because we were taught that marriage completes you, I found the exact opposite of what it was. Marriage showed me how empty I was. Let me put it that way. And it heightened my emptiness. And so when I got into that place, and then on top of it, on top of my emptiness, I was now a mother and a stepmother and a wife at the same time. Stepmother to 2 children. Then I became a mother to my child. And then I was a wife, right? And I could not be any of those roles to them because I could not even be anything to myself. But I didn't know this because I was a functioning traumatist at the time. And I was functioning through my trauma. And so I felt all was well without even knowing that it was called trauma. You know, this word kind of became big in the last several years. It's not something that was big, especially in Nigeria, trauma. Now everybody's calling trauma bonding. You know, the biggest words, trauma bonding, narcissists, gaslighting, and, you know, depression. Those are the big words now that people are throwing around without actually knowing the gravity of what they're throwing around. So I didn't know this, that I was functioning under trauma. And so I actually coined that word, functioning traumatist, because that's who I was. On the outside, you see me, you know, doing so well, doing well at work. People are hailing you, telling you how great you are. But then within yourself, you come back home to an empty person, right? And at this point also, I was doing a job that was the only thing sustaining my life, let me put it that way. And that job, I was fired from that job. So I now had to sit with my feelings, me by myself, for myself, in myself, with myself, to myself, on myself, in myself. So I couldn't face myself, to be honest. I didn't like what I saw. And it took a while for me to be able to understand it. And so, yes, I went to therapy. Yes, I sought help. I had coaches, I had mentors who guided me through. None really were stepmothers, to be honest, or none had played in the blended family space. However, it doesn't matter what space you play in. You're a human being first before any of your roles and titles. You're first human. So we all as human beings will go through almost the same kind of experiences in our different ways, and then we'll name it different things, right? So because I now realize that, oh, you didn't have to be a stepmother to help me, and I was able to seek help. At the time also, the stepmothers that I found at the time were also very bitter, especially the groups that I joined, non-locally in Nigeria or in Lagos, because, you know, being a stepmother is almost like a hush-hush word. You know, people are not proud to come out and say it, you know, so nobody really could guide me through the process, let me put it that way. And so I went through a lot. Now, in going through a lot and coming out on the other side, where I was excited about the life that I was now living, or the person that I was becoming and still am becoming, I decided to start an organization to help other stepmothers and blended families navigate. Because data states that between 65 and 75% of second marriages do not work, which means they fail. So 60%, let's even follow the smaller one. 60% of second marriages will fail. And that to me is a big number. So if I can even change it from 60 to 50, let's be halfway, and then change it from 50 to 40 all over the world, then I would have done my job. And so Owning My Greatness started from there, because I thought, if all these things had happened to me, then they must have happened to me for a reason, because I started to understand that it was part of my mission in life. And so I embraced the mission with my entire body, soul, heart, spirit, everything. And then I created this organization. I didn't even know what I was going to call it. I think it was one of the days I was in my bedroom, in my meditation, when I was having meditation, you know, that's when God is speaking to you when you're meditating. And I heard it clearly, OMG. And I'm thinking, OMG is, oh my God. But then and I heard own my greatness. I'm like, So that's not bad. I like that because that was exactly who I was. I wanted to own my greatness, and and I still am. I still want to own my greatness. So I started to put it in even my swimming pool. I put OMG in it because I wanted it to register in my subconscious mind that I was owning my greatness. And when I say to people now, they're like, "Oh, I like that." Yes, because the truth is, we're all great. We just don't know. And if you don't know, you can't own it. So I've come to tell you that you're great and you can own it too, and I can teach you how to. So I don't speak to only stepmothers anymore. However, we're all meant to own our greatness.